The history of Israel spans over 3 millennia and is rooted in the ancient Near East, where the land known variously as Canaan, the land of Israel, Palestine, or the southern Levant served as a crossroads of civilizations, religions, and empires. Beginning with archaeological evidence of human habitation dating back tens of thousands of years and written records from the second millennium BCE describing Canaanite city states under Egyptian influence. According to biblical tradition and later Jewish historical memory, the Israelites emerged as a distinct people in the late second millennium BCE, tracing their ancestry to the patriarchs Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whose descendants, the 12 tribes of Israel, are said to have migrated to Egypt. Experienced enslavement and later departed in the Exodus under Moses, an event central to Jewish identity, though debated among historians, followed by a period of settlement in Canaan traditionally dated to the 13th century BCE, during which the Israelites formed a loose tribal confederation. By around 1000 BCE, this confederation evolved into a monarchy under Saul, David, and Solomon, with David establishing Jerusalem as the political and religious capital, and Solomon constructing the first temple, a focal point of Jewish worship. After which, the United Kingdom split into the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah, both of which faced internal strife and external pressures, leading to the Assyrian conquest of Israel in 722 BCE and the Babylonian conquest of Judah in 586 BCE. When Jerusalem and the First Temple were destroyed, and many Jews were exiled to Babylon, an event that profoundly shaped Jewish theology, emphasizing covenant, law, and communal identity. Under the Persian Empire, which conquered Babylon in 539 BCE, Jews were permitted to return and rebuild the temple, inaugurating the Second Temple period characterized by evolving religious practices, the compilation of biblical texts, and governance under imperial rule. Subsequent centuries saw the region contested by Hellenistic powers following Alexander the Great's conquest, leading to cultural tensions between Hellenism and traditional Judaism, culminating in the Maccabean revolt of the 2nd century BCE and the establishment of the Hasmonean kingdom. A rare period of Jewish political sovereignty that ended with Roman intervention in 63 BCE, Roman rule intensified over time and tensions erupted in a series of Jewish revolts, notably the Great Revolt 6673 C, which resulted in the destruction of the Second Temple in 70 C, and the Bar Kokhba Revolt 132-135 C, after which Roman authorities renamed Judea as Syria Palestina and Jerusalem as Aelia Capitolina, aiming to suppress Jewish national identity, leading to widespread Jewish dispersion or diaspora, though Jewish communities continued to exist in the land. During late antiquity and the Byzantine period, Christianity became dominant in the region, while Jewish life persisted under varying restrictions until the Arab-Muslim conquests of the 7th century brought the land under Islamic rule, integrating it into successive caliphates and later regional dynasties, during which Jews and Christians lived as protected but subordinate communities, and Jerusalem gained significance in Islam as the site of the Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Dome of the Rock. The medieval period saw further upheaval with the Crusades, during which European Christian forces captured Jerusalem in 1099 and massacred its Jewish and Muslim inhabitants, followed by Muslim reconquest under Saladin in 1187 and subsequent Mamluk rule. After which the Ottoman Empire incorporated the region in 1517, governing it for 4 centuries as a relatively marginal province marked by agricultural decline, local autonomy, and religious diversity, with small but continuous Jewish presence in cities such as Jerusalem, Safed, Tiberias, and Hebron. The modern era began to take shape in the 19th century as the Ottoman Empire weakened and European powers expanded their influence, while Jewish emancipation in Europe coincided with rising anti-Semitism, leading to the emergence of Zionism and as a political movement advocating for the establishment of a Jewish homeland in response to persecution and inspired by historical and religious ties to the land, articulated most prominently by Theodore Herzl in the late 19th century. Beginning in the 1880s, waves of Jewish immigrants, known as Aliyat, arrived in Ottoman and later British controlled Palestine, establishing agricultural settlements and urban centers, often purchasing land but also generating tensions with the local Arab population, which had its own developing national consciousness. During World War I, Britain defeated the Ottomans and issued the Balfour Declaration of 1917, expressing support for a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine, while also pledging to protect the rights of existing non-Jewish communities. A dual commitment that proved difficult to reconcile during the British Mandate period, 1920-1948, marked by increasing Jewish immigration, Arab resistance, communal violence, and failed attempts at compromise, including several partition proposals. The rise of Nazi Germany and the Holocaust, which murdered 6 million Jews, dramatically intensified global support for Jewish statehood, while also deepening Arab opposition. And after World War II, Britain referred the issue to the United Nations, which in 1947 voted to partition Palestine into Jewish and Arab states, a plan accepted by Jewish leaders and rejected by Arab leaders. On May 14, 1948, David Ben-Gurion declared the establishment of the State of Israel, prompting invasion by neighboring Arab states, and the First Arab-Israeli War, which ended with Israel's survival and territorial expansion beyond the UN plan, the displacement of approximately 700,000 Palestinians, an event Palestinians call the Nakba, and the division of remaining territories between Jordan and Egypt. In the ensuing decades, Israel absorbed large numbers of Jewish immigrants from Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa, building state institutions amid ongoing conflict, including wars in 1956, 1967, and 1973, the most transformative being the Six-Day War of 1967. In which Israel captured the West Bank, Gaza Strip, East Jerusalem, Sinai Peninsula, and Golan Heights, bringing millions of Palestinians under Israeli control and raising enduring questions about occupation, settlements, and borders. Subsequent efforts at peace achieved partial success, notably the 1979 peace treaty with Egypt and the Oslo Accords of the 1990s, which created the Palestinian Authority, but failed to resolve core issues such as Jerusalem refugees, security, and statehood. While Israeli society continued to evolve amid political polarization, economic development, technological innovation, and debates over democracy, religion, and identity. Into the 21st century, Israel remains a focal point of regional and global attention, balancing its self-definition as a Jewish and democratic state with ongoing conflict with Palestinians, shifting regional alliances, internal social challenges, and the enduring weight of its long and complex history, which continues to shape the narratives, aspirations, and disputes of all peoples connected to the land.